Hello everyone and welcome to another room tour. Oh my, it's not gonna be another room tour, I promise you that, but this is gonna be something special. I'm not even sure if I'm qualified to talk about one of the best anime main protagonists there is in the anime community, which is Monkey D. Luffy. I will be talking about his character as a whole, and his powers and abilities, and maybe I'm gonna dive a little bit on how he interacts with his own crew. So it's gonna be fun, and if you want more of my content, please like and subscribe, and let's get Luffy. Okay, let's just have a brief refresher for non-One Piece fans or One Piece fans that are watching this video. Devil fruits, they're two power sources for an individual in the One Piece world. One is through the devil fruit, and second is through haki. Devil fruits are basically mythical fruits that when you eat them, you can't swim, but you gain power based on what fruit it is. In Monkey D. Luffy's case, he ate a paramecia type devil fruit. There's also three variations of devil fruits: paramecia, logia, and zone. So yeah, Luffy ate the gum gum fruit, which makes his body into rubber that he can use attacks like the Gear Force, King Kong gun, elephant gun from the third gear, the second gear, the jet attacks from the second gear. So the second gear is basically turning Luffy's blood vessels into rubbers, which makes him a little bit faster. So Luffy has the devil fruit, Gamu Gamu no Mi, which makes his body rubber. He can stretch and attack like rubber. He can fire bullet speed punches and kicks. So that's it. That's everything that I can tell about Luffy's devil fruit ability. And there's also Luffy's haki ability. Haki is basically a power based on its user's willpower. So it's also there's also the third variation of haki, Conqueror, which a rare few can actually master. There's also armament haki, which imbuing your body or your weapons with haki. There's also observation haki. Basically, if you watch Dragon Ball, it's just key sensing ability or sensing the presence of another person or enemy. So that's observation haki. But in the case for Luffy, he's actually a master for all of the three hakis, especially the Conqueror's haki. He can use Conqueror's, armament, and observation haki. So yay. That's enough for the powers and abilities. Let's see what's in the script for. Let's see. I'm reading off a script on my computer, so yay. I am so far ahead. Let's see. Luffy's dreams. Luffy's dreams is to become king of the pirates. For most of you that doesn't know what that means, being king of the pirates basically means you conquered the Grand Line, and thus you have the title of being the man with the most freedom. That's for most people, like For example, if it's Blackbeard being king of the pirates, becoming the most powerful man in the entire world, or Kid or Blackbeard, that's basically what the aspect of being king of the pirates is, just someone to rule the seas. But for Luffy, and maybe for Gold Roger, because nothing much is known for Gold Roger except that he's similar to Luffy, maybe for them being king of the pirates is to be the guy that has the most freedom. And in the world of One Piece, for a guy, that kind of dream is actually kind of hard to do, simply because there's stuff like the world government to oppress the weak, the celestial dragons. Maybe that's why Luffy's father dragon wants to fight against the celestial dragons, because the celestial dragons are basically a bunch of assholes who just have a lot of slaves in their in their mini cities in Marijua. So maybe that's why they're basically a symbol for oppression to everyone. That's why being the guy with the most freedom is kind of like an important aspect of the One Piece world. The dreams most pirates want to have, being the one with the most freedom. So that kind of makes sense for Luffy's case, if that makes sense on how I explain it. So yeah. And the things that inspire Luffy for the next section of the script is Shanks. Now if you are planning to start reading One Piece or watching One Piece, this is gonna be Luffy's backstory. He was actually kidnapped by a bandit. I'm not sure what the name of that bandit is, but oh yeah, Haguma. I think it's Haguma from Windmill Village. He was kidnapped by that guy, and that guy actually wanted to run away through the sea, and there's a giant ass sea king with Luffy intact. Since Luffy already ate the devil fruit, he cannot swim, so that giant sea monster that attacked destroyed the boat, and it's Haguma, or that bandit. I'm not sure what his name is, but he swallowed Haguma, or Haguma whole, and Luffy was like terrified that he's gonna be next. So someone else saved them, and it's the pirate named Shanks. We are not going to go to delve into what Shanks is, but Shanks was the one who inspired Luffy to become the pirate and to become a pirate king. So that's who inspired him. And there's also his big brother Ace. His big brother Ace and Sabo is also his inspiration to set out into the world. Since they plan to have first Sabo set out, then Ace, and then Luffy. So he wants to surpass them both and to become a better pirate. So for Luffy's inspiration is Shanks first, then his brothers Sabo and Ace. So yay. Let's see. Okay. Traumatic events that happened on Luffy's life. That would be that changes Luffy is basically two things. First, in Sabaody, he punches Celestial Dragon. The Celestial Dragon is basically protected assholes. They're basically protected by assholes that are protected by the admirals, the CP0, and the world government. So someone punching a Celestial Dragon is a crime that needs to be put to death, basically. So they sent Kizaru and for that act that Luffy punched a freaking asshole. Basic asshole wearing freaking space suit. Yeah. Because I don't like they're fucked up. Like the celestial dragons are fucked up. They enslave most of our favorite characters and has this douchey mentality. They're too good to breathe the same air than us. Like seriously, you're not even gods. Like seriously. So he punched the celestial dragon. Then hours after that, the special vanguard unit, which is a bunch of pacifista plus Sentomaru and the Admiral Kizaru, went to Sabaody to kick their ass. And thanks to Kuma, they were saved, but they thought Kuma was on their side, so they were sent away to Sabaody to kind of train for the new world, maybe, or to be safe first and to train to become more stronger. Luffy ending up being in Amazon Lily, Zoro in Muggy Kingdom, and Usopp in Bowen Islands. Nami ended up at Witheria, and Sanji ended up at Ivankov's little island kingdom, Kamabaka Kingdom, and and Frankie ended up in Vegapunk's island. I am not prepared. I don't remember all of that either, but that's very traumatic for Luffy that he can't protect anyone, and with the state he's in, so he needs to train. But one thing that he learned in Amazon Lily is Ace is about to get executed, and he has to rescue him from Impel Down. But through all that, he saved Ace already. He freed him from the handcuffs, but Ace jumped right in front of him and died, protecting him from a magma fist. Ace, you won't be forgotten. Ace. So that is when Rayleigh, the man that they meet in Sabaody, offered him to train for 2 years and become stronger, mastering Haki, a couple strong techniques of the Gear 4, perfecting his 3rd gear and 2nd gear, that he can use them indefinitely now. So after that, they go to Fishman Island after 2 years and defeat another warlord, defeat a Yonko commander, challenging Kaido. That's pretty much what happens. And now let's go on to the relationship that Luffy has towards his own crewmate. Let's see. Ooh, what the heck? Let's see. Oh, we don't have a relationship. Okay, so I can vaguely guess on what the relationship between him and his crew is. With Zoro, basically Zoro is as strong as Luffy, so maybe Luffy has a little bit of respect towards Zoro because Zoro is I'm not saying Zoro is stronger than him, but he's at the same level as him. And with Nami, his 3rd member, by the way, is Nami. For him, he has a lot of respect in terms that is more knowledgeable than him. He follows, he trusts everything that Nami says. His judgment, he trusts those. And Usopp is just there because Usopp and Luffy has the same age. They basically are best friends. Usopp and Chopper, I think, are just playing around, like kind of like kids in the Sunny. And there's also his relationship with Frankie, with Nico Robin. Nico Robin, with Nico Robin, Luffy respects Nick Robin's abilities and his intellect, that he actually, every time that he doesn't know anything, he always asks Nico Robin about it. Like, for example, in Sabaody. In Sabaody, he asked Nico Robin who those guys in the back of the, who's those pirates, or who's those pirates in the back of the human slave human auction shop. Okay. And Nico Robin told him that it's Law and Kid Eustace, and Eustace Captain Kidd. And there's also one instant in Water 7 where he asks who is Dragon, what's the big deal with Dragon, his dad, and Robin knows what exactly to tell him. So basically, kind of like an info gatherer for the Straw Hats. That's what Nico Robin is. And there's also Frankie. Frankie, of course, Luffy is fanboying over how Frankie is a robot, a cyborg, and with all of his invention, he's kind of fanboy about that. He's fanboy about the Thousand Sunny being awesome. With Brooke is actually really special because Brooke is like hinted at the East Blue Saga, but it's the latest part of the crew, one of the later part of the crew, even if it's been built up ever since East Blue that they want a musician. Luffy wants a musician, so they got a musician, and of course it's a talking comedian of a skeleton, which is Burke. That's pretty much it about his relationship towards his crew. He doesn't really favors anyone because, like Chopper, Luffy's actually happy just to travel with them, trusts them very much, and really cares for his crew. So that's about it for Luffy's character. I hope you enjoy my messed for video, even if I try to follow my script, and this is why I don't write any script for videos. Yeah. And in my video, please like and subscribe for all awesome otaku contents, and please, in the end card somewhere in this video, I'm also gonna be posting my last discussion video, Luffys Abilities discussion video, in the end card over there. Please click it. It's going to be it's all about ReZero. ReZero's main characters, Subaru, and his ability returned by that. So please click on that. Subscribe for more awesome anime otaku video. So let's go right ahead.